Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff. Today we are reacting to the latest TXT comeback. This is Deja Vu. I'm pretty excited for this one because TXT has quickly become one of my favorite boy groups. Right up there with ATs and probably even ahead of Stray Kids. So yeah, looking forward to this one. I went to their concert last year. I just bought tickets like Thursday, I think it was, this past Thursday, to their coming concert that they're about to do. So yeah, and I've even tricked a friend into going with me. So we'll see how it goes. She has liked some of the music that I've gotten her to listen to from them, so she was willing to take the plunge and go with me to this to the concert. So I think it's going to be a good time. I will say, though, I think I mentioned this last year after that concert. The concert itself was great. The boys were amazing, great performers, great music, of course. But the experience of the concert was the worst experience I've ever had at a concert. And it's mostly because, at least here in LA, the fans are mostly like 95% underage girls. And that in and of itself isn't a problem until you also combine that with the Western audience's tendency to scream literally every time a new member gets shown on the camera. And so it's just nonstop blood-curdling screams in both ears at that concert from all these super high-pitched girl voices. And I was just like, oh my God. I couldn't hear correctly for like 3 days after that concert. It was awful. But like I said, the show itself, the group and the songs were great, which is why, of course, I'm willing to go back. But anyway, let's get over to Deja Vu. Let's check out their latest comeback. Was that a puppy box? I don't know. Got a unicorn back there. Feel like we should get this part right here with Runaway layered over it. Just like softly in the back. Okay, instrumentals. Like this opening so far.
약속의 별빛 아래서 먼지 쌓인 우리의 왕관 앞에서 영혼의 세계는 꿈처럼 다시 영원히 돼줘 나를 불러줘 기억해 마침내 찾은 애써 나의 미는 너야 Say my name 첫날의 약속처럼 널 세게 안을 거야 마치 Deja Vu 난 마치
There we go. Those vocals, baby. This is already going on the playlist. Unless they screw it up from here, it's on the playlist already.
나를 태우는 그 불꽃빛 속에 영겁같이 긴 여행 속에 너와 나눈 슬픔은 but clarity 너의 눈물 곁으로 어줄하게 오는 순간에도 넌 all I need 무너진 베어틈엔 너와 나의 place of promise 시게 되지 영원의 baby 날 기다려줬던 넌 기억해 마침내 찾은 애써 나의 미래 너야 Say my name
They're so good. Alright, interesting. Alright, back into the heavy guitar instrumentation. So good. Jesus. Then we've got this soft acoustic guitar playing us out. I thought it was just going to be a nice soft outro, but no, then we got the heavy electric guitars and the drums that kick in for a bit too. Oh, man. So good it brought a tear to my eye. Okay, so vocally, they crushed it. They even had a pretty solid rap part in there, which maybe I'm wrong, and I probably am. I'm sure Moas will let me know. But I don't recall them doing rap very often. They're one of the few boy groups who do a lot of their music melodically as opposed to putting raps in. That doesn't mean they don't have any songs with raps. Like I did buy a lot of their albums, and some of their early stuff had some more rap like stuff, but more of their recent stuff doesn't seem to have as much. But they had a solid rap verse in there. The hook, the chorus is very catchy. Man, the imagery, everything about this was on point. And I gotta say, so I started listening to TXT around, it wasn't Sugar Rush Ride, it was before that. I think Sugar Rush Ride was the first reaction I did here on the channel, by the way, last year. But I heard something else from them. I think it was Frost or Frozen. I don't know. But Loser Equals Lover, or Lover Equals, I think it's Loser Equals Lover. I should know this too. My bad, guys. But anyway, I started listening to them around that time, but I didn't listen to their full discography at that time, just like their title tracks. And then I started getting into a couple more of their B-sides. I was like, okay, all right, let me give them a fair shot. And then I jumped on for the Temptation album, and all of that was great. So of course I went to the concert, like I said. From the point where I started listening, now again, I don't know what their title tracks were before that, because I do have the albums now, but I don't know what the titles were off of them. But from that point, they have not missed. They don't have a single skip from anything I've heard since that time. I don't know how they do it. They just keep putting out hit after hit after hit. And I think part of it is their almost emo style of K-pop. It's not quite emo, obviously, but it has some similarities, if you will. And then their ability to deliver stellar vocals that blend so beautifully with each other. Yeah. Anyway, I normally don't do a section this long after the first listen, but listen, I can't contain my praise for this and for this group right now. The song Deja Vu is, it seems, at least to me, to be a message of remembering a time that maybe it was simpler, when you were more connected to your dreams, and wanting to get back to that time. Now, I don't know if this song is designed to be to a friend or to the group members or to the fans, or to a lover. This is one of those, for me at least, on the first listen, it's a unique song that it could probably fit to any of those. Now, we're going to go back and kind of break stuff down, but my first impression is that this is to the fans. And there's a couple of reasons why that I'll point out. Now, the caveat to all of this is that TXT is one of those groups who has a lot of lore. I don't know all of the lore, so there's a good possibility that this song has something to do or ties in with other songs that I'm not going to get. So if that's the case, I apologize for not getting the full story. I can only break down what I've got in front of me. So keep that in mind as we go back. But let's go back and watch it again. Alright, so let's see what it's saying first, because I kind of ignored this at first. Since some things are precious but invisible to the eye, like a puppy, we forget them as life passes by. Okay, so it's that kind of like out of sight, out of mind thing. And this imaginary hologram, whatever, of a puppy or a fox or whatever the hell that thing is running into this eye, which is also like almost like a galaxy amongst the stars. But then you've also got that tear that we see repeating through this through the imagery of the song. All right, so we got this weird pink filter on the lens and some inflatable unicorns. I'm imagining that these are CGI. There's no way they actually did that. Like how we come in with the synths here. I didn't think this, like, when I heard this, what we got isn't what I was expecting. Okay, so I ran away countless times just out of fear. Like, I couldn't face whatever this was, whether it was the dreams or, whatever was the obstacle ahead. Not quite sure. Leaving you waiting at the starting line. So whoever this is to, again, I think it's the fans, but it could be a relationship. I don't think it's the group members. Now that just from this opening little triplet of lines here, because obviously the members would have been on that journey with him. They wouldn't have been left at the starting line. Okay, so let's see here. The Morse code amidst the ruins. So Morse code was, for those who don't know, was like a way of communicating without having to use like radio waves and stuff like that. Or maybe, actually, I think it came before radio waves were, discovered and channeled. I should really know this more as a history person. But anyway, the point is, Morse code was used to send messages. And the most famous one, of course, being SOS, and it was a series of dots and dashes. So the Morse code amidst the ruins could mean that the ruins, whatever they're seeing, is like Morse code, a way of sending that message. Or it could mean that without a way to communicate how they really feel, they can break it down to the basics, like the rudimentary Morse code, while they're amidst these ruins of what in their mind or in their heart, whatever is going on here. So they're sending out this old promise with an old message delivery, not knowing the reason of my tears. So like, I know I'm sad and I don't know why. my anemoia, which is what is that? Okay, I'm pretty sure if I remember my vocabulary, anemoia is a nostalgia for a time or a place that you haven't actually experienced. So if he doesn't know the reason for his tears and he's saying that that's his anemoia, then that would explain why he doesn't know the reason. Like, he has these thoughts of being in a place or being with a person or being in a time that he's not actually achieved or been to or been with, depending on which one of those things you're talking about. Under the starlit promise for our dust piled crown. So dust piled crown can be a lot of different things here. You often think of when someone has, especially in music, we like to say you paid them dust, meaning like this song or this group was really good and they deserved all of this love, but you gave them nothing. You gave them no attention. You paid them dust. It was worthless. So, or coupling, backing off of that, the dust piled crown could be a meaningless crown. Like, I've got this success or this fame, and it means nothing. Which is possible because of the line before it, under the starlit promise, you and I talking about maybe this dust piled crown that he had either at that time or currently means nothing if you're not there. And this part right here goes back to the anemoia. Once again, like the dream carved in my soul. So he's got the dream, and the anemoia could be referring to that dream because you've got this longing to be in that reminiscence of a place you've never been, or a dream you haven't achieved, a time you've not been to, that kind of thing. Future is you. I think that's to the fans, but it could be a partner. I don't know. Little soft run there. The imagery we have here, though, you notice like that glowing figure, it's like a woman, and we see her a couple of times throughout this. You can never tell quite who it is, and that's obviously intentional too, because it's someone he's never met, probably. Which in this particular case, you could take that literally, right? It could be a partner or a romantic interest that is carved in their soul. The thoughts pervade their every being, but they've not actually met them or gotten to be with them. Or you could apply that metaphorically. That person that we're seeing, the gold, almost blurred, like deliberately not detailed image, could be the avatar of the fans that they haven't gotten to meet and the dreams they haven't gotten to achieve yet. There we got the river of tears again. Hold on. What is this? The sadness we shared is my clarity. And see, this is actually a member. It's not a woman, I'm pretty sure anyway. I think this is actually him, but mirrored and fogged out. So this part, again, could relate to what I was talking about earlier, or this could be him, thinking back to a time in his life, like connected across this space-time, like my past self and my present slash future self, we shared this sadness, and that's the clarity. Like the tears you cried were my tears. I know I'm pausing a lot, but this is a breakdown, so I apologize, sort of. Though, based on those couple of lines and what we're seeing right now, this could also be a song to themselves as individuals, or themselves like as a group looking back at the group too. So it's not necessarily to the fans or a partner. It literally could be to themselves. I don't think it is, but it could be. There's the tears pouring down the wall. Yeah, that vocal is so smooth. You saw he woke up from like that nightmare or that dream, and I don't want to keep talking over the instrumental. So if you've ever had a dream that felt so real, and when you woke up, it was like a part of you got ripped out of your soul because you know it wasn't real, but you wish it had been. That's the feeling that he's experiencing as he wakes up there. Hold on tight, boys. Sometimes we all just need a hug. Alright, guys, that was the reaction for TXT with Deja Vu, and man, I loved this one. I don't think I can give enough praise to this song, so I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because I know I rambled on quite a bit at different parts, and maybe I broke down too far, but yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications, and stay tuned for the next ones. I'm caught up as of the moment on planned videos. I've got a couple more coming this week. Just a taste of what's coming up. We've got... so first off, I don't normally react to the Signal or Mission song from a survival show. However, we're in a Blackpink like drought, as is pretty typical. And so Rosé from Blackpink is singing the song Final Love Song from the new girl group survival show that's coming up, Island 2. That show debuts or airs, whatever, April 18th, I believe, but the song and her version of it at least are coming out on April 4th, so I'm gonna try and react to that. Oogie from G-Idol is having a solo comeback on April 5th, I believe, and a group that I don't actually know anything about, but every time they come on my Spotify, it's a good song, so I'm going to give them a shot. Woo-Ah is having a comeback after ages on the 8th, so we'll be getting to that too next week. So those are the planned videos that I've got coming up, and there might be a couple others I sneak in there. Other than that, I'm going to be getting to some requests. The next one up, I believe, is the making of behind Red Velvet's Chill Kill. So stay tuned for those if any of that interests you, or any further TXT. And if you have anything to add to the interpretation of this one, feel free to drop it in the comments down below. Thanks again for checking it out. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, everybody.